Guatemala is one of the largest stable economies in all of Latin America. Guatemala is located in Central America. The population is 16 million people. It is 687 kilometers, borders Mexico in the north and Honduras and El Salvador. Guatemala has made remarkable macroeconomic progress after 36 years of civil war. In this video, we will show the activities that make Guatemala the strongest economy in Central America. Agriculture sector. Livestock and agriculture earn Guatemala a quarter of the gross local price. In this sector, the cultivation and importation of coffee, sugarcane, cotton, and a huge amount of vegetables such as cassava is continuously exploited. On the livestock side, Guatemala takes advantage of importing cattle and red meat to Honduras and El Salvador, thus saving a part of the country's internal consumption. Fishing sector. Fishing is located on the southern coasts of Guatemala. It has increasing of currency income like exports of products of high commercial value, such as shrimp, sharks, dolphin fish, common squid, lobsters, snapper, and tuna. Mining sector. Guatemala has one of the largest nickel reserves in the world. In addition to nickel, Guatemala has significant amounts of gold. In 2007, one mine processed 1.7 million tons of ore. The average of gold content 4.55 grams per ton and 84.31 grams of silver per ton. Many large and small resource companies are active there. Tourism sector. In spring and summer, Guatemalans welcome tourists to their picturesque cities such as Antigua and Panachachel. Thus they sell local foods, ornamental stones such as jade, handcrafted textiles, and excursions along its coast, and tours that stand out along the routes of the colonial center of the above cities. According to the Guatemalan Community Tourism Alliance, approximately 15% of the qualified workforce is dedicated to the tourism industry. It is an industry that has a quarter of the national GDP. Consequently, many Guatemalans work in this industry because of the money that tourists earn who buy their products. The export of products in various branches of national production. As a result of the growing economic activity in the region, because of borders and ports, Guatemala has geographical advantage, so that foreign trade became one of the largest forms of foreign exchange earnings for the country. In addition to the border countries, the export union with the USA created profitable alliances. Guatemala is currently the 43rd trading partner for commodities. The two-way merchandise trade totals $10 billion. Total merchandise exports amounted to $5.9 billion. Goods imports totaled $4.1 billion. The U.S. goods trade surplus with Guatemala was $1.7 billion in 2015. Total U.S. exports of agricultural products to Guatemala were about $1.1 billion in the main categories like corn, wheat, poultry, and cotton. Oil sector. The oil trade in Guatemala has gone through different stages. The oil industry is Guatemala as an economic option. Guatemala is the largest oil producer in Central America. It produces small amounts of raw. The majority were sent to the United States for refining or local consumption. Guatemala's reserves of 526 million barrels are found mainly in the jungles of the northern Petén Basin. Infrastructure sector. As Guatemala has been a growing economy in the last decade, the country's infrastructure is undergoing major changes. The public and private sectors were contracted to large businesses from 4 years ago in order to improve the quality of public services. The benefits of higher and well-targeted public investment in infrastructure would that greatly outweigh the financial costs and promote Guatemala's economic and social development. Public and private sector. The project of building the administrative center of the state, whose value is estimated at $200 million. It is the project that has been implemented since the establishment of the National Agency for Societies for the Development of Economic Infrastructure in 2013. In addition to the administrative center of the state, there is also a project of urban rail transportation system for passengers from the Northeast and the Pacific Railroad, the Tech and Human Intermodal Logistics Port and Solid Waste Terminal, and the North-South Highway Connection Hub. Environment sector. A corporate environmental management unit is currently being established and works under the supervision of the Directorate of Development of Guatemala in order to enhance the systematic environmental competitiveness of the Guatemalan export sector through responsible environmental practices. At the same time, it seeks to promote green business as an alternative form of income, employment, and poverty reduction. Over the last years, technology in Guatemala has not yet adapted to the global lead. Small developments from small communities have paid off. The technological model was introduced in rural primary schools in Guatemala that incorporated the active participation of the entire community. In your opinion, Which of these activities makes Guatemala the strongest economy in Central America? Is there any things we didn't mention? Share it with us in the comments. Don't forget to share the video and subscribe the channel.